Okay, so in case you missed it, yes, new hair was at the end of that really long hair video, also the live stream the other night. Um, Blue at the front, sort of red, and it can be puffed up to like be peacock mode, like an exploding volcano. There's some like yellow stuff going on there. I hope you could see that. Anyway, so um, blue hair, red hair, fire hair, ocean, volcano, whatever. Okay, cool. I was really sick of the brown hair and having so much weight behind there, especially like we're heading into warmer weather in Sydney, although it's been raining a lot and I'm back to my winter pajamas. But hey, it'll get warmer. It'll get there. And I was just, yeah, too much weight up the back, and coming home from just walking my dog, I'd like get my hair and like go around like that and just hold it up off my neck so that my neck could actually cool down. Now I don't need to because those are the only long bits. Things. Also, like having had, having watched my hair go from like fun to gradually becoming like long and normal and brown and boring again. And that decline began when I got depressed, and so it's like all that symbolic of that decline. Reasons I didn't cut it was waiting to see if I'd join a band that had a particular image, or if AD Destroyer was going to do stuff that needed a particular image. Also waiting to see about Hello Scream, whether or not I'd get in, and whether or not it would be Yorkai, because the hair worked well for that. Okay, summary of hair. So I was keeping the long brown hair. It's not really what I'm into though. It's never really been what I was into. I don't know, like just coloring my hair makes me feel more like me, right? So I was looking forward to getting my hair done. My godmother had been on me for like a couple of years to at least cut it. And so yeah, she actually paid for part of it as part of like birthday presents and so on. Um, so I was really like, when I finally organized the appointment, it's like, yep, okay, finally something to look forward to. And I think, in terms of my mood, that kind of like stabilized me, right? Because I'm like, okay, here's the thing I'm looking forward to. The problem now, though, is that that's done. So, what do I look forward to next? And that's where my mood has gone and deflated, basically. So, like, yay, okay, I've got the fun hair now. That's cool, we've solved that problem. I don't really have anywhere fun to go with it, but that's okay. Um, yeah, it's just like, okay, now what? And I I'm struggling to think of things to look forward to, and yeah, how do I deal with my mood? And I think it is this sort of thing of like I need things to look forward to. And that may explain why in the past when I've had episodes of depression, like I would sign up to a new uni course. That one happened a few times, and I'd be like, okay, all right, this'll fix me, and then I'd actually get up to the uni course and it'd disappoint me. The difference here though is like I'm not disappointed with my hair or anything. It's just like, okay, that's done. Now what? And yeah, just feeling like that kind of lost feeling. Okay, what do I do next? What do I look forward to next? Um, and I'm struggling because like there's so many things I've tried and gotten over, like the novelty of things, um, uh, like picking up new hobbies. Hobbies that didn't necessarily work out. I don't know. There's a table of creative stuff there, and there's a box of creative stuff over there. Um, Buying things doesn't really work for me. There's not really many places to go, and like once you go, then you've got to think of the next thing, and then anytime you have something that you're looking forward to, eventually you get there, and then what? And so I was thinking about another problem I have, which is to do with achievements. Okay, so getting my hair done, not really an achievement, because that was the skill of the hairdresser and all that. That's more just like a thing I was looking forward to, and that's done. And so I can kind of understand, like, sort of feeling a bit like, okay, what's next after that? Because I didn't achieve anything. It's not like some, I'm sorry, it's not like some big deal. It's just like, okay, I've done the thing. And you can have things like that where you're waiting for something to happen and then what? But one of the things that I guess some people expect to be a bigger deal is when you've worked hard towards something and then you have an achievement and you're supposed to be all like, I did a thing and feel good about it. But I was thinking about Rainbow Death Ray, which was my last like proper band. We did gigs and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't just yeah. Um, and so when I burned out, that was when I was working the day job and then doing our crowdfunding and all the Rainbow Death Ray stuff. And then my grandparents died. But well, so my grandma first, and then the EP came out, and then my grandpa died. The EP though, like, okay, yeah, I was already sort of heading into a depression sort of phase because I was overworked, and I was like, how do I deal with this situation? Um, but you'd think, like, after all that hard work, when the EP launched, I should feel like accomplished and yay, I did a thing. But I think, I think I had a similar sort of deflated kind of feeling where it's like, okay, I've worked so hard, the thing's done. Now what? Um, and also like having been through all that hard work and feeling like so tired and so drained. Um, I mean, now what? If you're in a band, often you'd go and write the next thing and work on the next release, but I just had no energy left. So, and I still have that sort of hesitation to start a big project because I know how much work it is and how I can go downhill from overdoing things. Um, and it's almost like PTSD kind of vibe is like I wonder if it's getting in the way of me doing things um because yeah, achieving things, like, you're supposed to feel good about having achieved a thing, and I guess I did on the launch night, but then after that, like, it sort of it wears off very quickly, and you're like, okay, now I have to do more stuff, right? Like, how long is that supposed to feel good for? I don't know. And like, that's the main example I can think of. I guess with other achievements, what else have I done? I mean, there was the AG Destroyers thing came out this year. I guess that felt good to finally get it out there, but I finished recording for that about 3 years ago, so it's a bit like, oh, yeah, but I haven't really been doing a whole lot. Um, Still, I guess it's an achievement and I should feel better about it, but I'm just like, now what? And what, I released my own EP, should be excited about that, but although the topic of that one, the lyrical themes, very much gaming the uni system for marks rather than doing what I would want to do music about. But it is easier for me to get things done if I have like a deadline outside myself that feels important in some way. Like, I don't want to fail the course, so I have to finish the thing. Gee, thinking about academic stuff, I guess in school, I guess leaving school was a bit weird because everyone makes it a big deal, like, oh, you have the HSC, your final exams, and you go and get your mark. And then you go out into the real world and you're like, oh, shit, what have I got myself involved in? And uni is not as good as it's made out to be. And what else do I do with my life? I don't know. Um, but yeah, no, I think I have a big problem with, okay, what's next? Like, I need to have a series of goals or a series of things to look forward to, because if I don't, if I only have one thing I'm looking forward to, then when I get there, it's like, okay, I did the thing, yay, where do I go now? And if I don't sort it out, like I'm going through this right now, I probably seem chirpier than I am. I don't know, something about filming videos. I just like, hey guys. Um, but yeah, no, I've actually had a bad night, and I think that might be part of why I didn't sleep well. Um, I mean, I'm tired also today, not just from sleeping badly, but I did a half day at bonsai. Um, so, because the boss needs some more work, and I was like, I don't think I can handle another full day, but I will try a half day. And yeah, I think it went okay, but yeah, it's still tired getting home. Um, anyway, tiredness aside, though, actually, while I was there, I was working on my own for most of the day. Just out in the nursery, pulling out some weeds, making things look tidier, chopping down some plants that had overgrown a bit. And I just, like, I could feel it. I could feel that sort of gloomy feeling that I'd had the night before. So it's not just something that happened one night, it's something that's sort of hovering around. And I'm just like, what am I gonna do next? What am I looking forward to? Like, what's the point of the things that I'm doing? Like general life stuff, staying alive. Um, yeah. So I'm going through a bit of a thing at the moment. And it's very tempting to do things like not YouTube and just stay in bed. But no, I have to keep doing stuff. So I'm trying. Yeah, I'm just not sure. And I like once I find a thing to look forward to, I think I'll be okay. But until I do, I think I should expect mood problems. And I don't know, is this how everyone experiences life? Or is it just me that I always have to have some kind of goal? I don't know what you guys experience, but if I don't have something I'm looking forward to, it's a bit like, okay, so what's the point of everything? Um, yeah. But I do wonder, like, I probably have some underlying problems just in general because I go through a lot of emptiness quite frequently. Um, and lately, like, I've lost interest in a lot of political stuff because there's so much going on, and I've lost interest in COVID stuff. I haven't been watching Malin Baker's stuff. Like, I just sort of suddenly stopped watching, and I don't know. But then again, he talks about a lot of British COVID stuff, and the UK sounds absolutely insane. But also, some of his opinion started to feel like was because he was annoyed with the government response and then sort of projecting that onto recommendations about COVID. And having been, like, being in Australia, I'm thinking, like, well, things have actually worked here when we followed stuff, so, anyway, so I just haven't been so interested to watch those kinds of things. And then I'm so tired of America and yeah, but no, just having these problems with like losing interest in a lot of stuff. I'm persisting with Angel slowly, like one episode a night, maybe, unless I get distracted. Um, but yeah, no, it's just I mean, being tired doesn't help. I'm looking forward to when Hope doesn't have to take the like his morning medications anymore. He's finished steroids today, hurrah! And he's got about 3 weeks before the next appointment, and then I'll find out if we can reduce further. Cross fingers because this routine is just too much waking up early all the time. One of the nice things about bonsai today is instead of having to get there at 9, I got there at 10. And it makes a difference having that extra time to like wake up and also driving in not peak hour is great, and coming home in not peak hour is great. Um, yeah, just be like, if I could sleep in more. At the moment, I'm waking up at 6:30 every morning to do Hope's meds, and yeah, I'll go back to bed afterwards, but it's not the same as if I could just sleep a little bit longer. I'm always gonna have to wake up early for my bonsai on a Wednesday because I have to be there at 9, so I wake up at 7. Hope's issues aside. But if I could have other days where I could sleep in, catch up on the sleep, recharge my batteries properly, I wonder if that would help me just figure out what I'm doing, maybe feel a bit more creative. Like this year, I've really fallen off the creative bandwagon. I'm just not like my brain just feels too tired all the time. But yeah, also not having something to look forward to sucks. Not being able to find a band sucks because then I have to self motivate to do my own music, and my own music isn't quite what I hope for it to be, and it's always such a struggle to make a song work in a way that I don't completely hate. But like even some of the stuff that I wrote in 2018 for my solo EP, some of those songs I just don't want to listen to anymore, and I don't want to perform them, and yeah. So it would be nicer to just find a band, but trying to find someone in my style, who's available, who wants to work on stuff, and like, who get on with people, and it's so complicated and I just can't find it in Sydney, it seems. But I've spent a day or two just chasing down leads, and nothing has come of it so far. And I think I've pretty much run out of places to look. So I think because realizing I'm feeling a bit empty, I was just like, I'll give it one more go, search through all these websites, try and find people. And yeah, I've even approached some people that I was like, oh my god, I hope they don't think this is too crazy of me, because I don't really know what people think of me as well. I know I'm a bit crazy, and I also like, at least when I was in Rainbow Death Ray, I was aware of some rumors going around. I don't know who believes things, and then there were people who were mad at me for no reason. I don't know, like there was this one girl in particular who said she had a like personal vendetta against me, and I just had no idea who she was, and I to this day have no idea what I did to upset her. Because yeah, it was strange. Anyway, people have these ideas, and um, I know I'm a bit of a nutcase, especially like the way I write. Musicians don't like to read a lot generally, and I tend to write a lot. And but it's part of me being organized, right? And trying to like communicate clearly, and that's just how I am. And I know musicians maybe don't like the way that I do that, but I can handle your finances, can't I? None of you want to look at spreadsheets. I'll look at a spreadsheet for you. Spreadsheets are just like, it's just numbers. Numbers know where they need to go. Whereas music, I struggle more with that because it just doesn't come naturally to me. Anyway, so that's my like ramble for tonight. Just trying to figure out what's the next thing that I look forward to, especially if I can't find anything musical, because that seems to be the thing that I keep being drawn back to, but it's not happening. I feel like if I could find a band, maybe something would happen for me motivationally, because then I'd have people that I wouldn't want to let down, so I would be working on stuff. But no, it's just me trying to sort out my gosh, Marley, you breathe loudly. He's on my bed. I don't know if you can hear him in the background. But yeah, no. I lost my train of thought with your loud breathing. But yeah, no. I think maybe like with music, okay, if it's not going to happen and if I'm not ready to try things solo, then I need to think of something else to keep me going in the meantime. Like maybe I just be like, okay, with Hope's situation in particular, that's not going to be sorted out probably until the end of the year. So I should probably think about pushing my music ideas, at least for solo stuff, to next year. Okay, in the meantime, what do I look forward to in life to stop me going off the rails? And that's the problem that I have. So, yeah. Thanks for listening, and I don't know, you can give me ideas, but I'll probably just be like, yeah, no, I've thought of that. And that's another thing, I'm very difficult to help because I tend to reject a lot of stuff. I've also tried a lot of stuff. A lot of people don't seem to realize how much depression I've been through and how much soul searching I've done. I mean, I don't believe in a soul, but like metaphorically, just to clarify. Yeah, no, that sort of emptiness has been a thing for me for a long time. Probably since, realizing that atheism meant there's no God and therefore no purpose for me, and then thinking, shit, what do I do instead then? Which was a very long time ago that I've been sort of trying to find my way, and ultimately there's not any objective meaning to any of this. I've got to make up one, but if I have these chemical imbalances in my brain where I can't enjoy things the way that other people seem to, then how do I find my way, like create my own meaning in a way that my brain will accept? And yeah, that's all I've got for now.